Hello guys, welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. As you noticed, I may have found a hidden feature setup that allowed me to find a hidden portal between a treasure road that I didn't see before. Well, fun fact, I actually did miss a few, and that might be why it was so low on gems for upgrades earlier. Well, anyways, in the last video, we 100% of Wanderia remains. We're on to the 4th world, Winter Hearns. Why is that even a name? That's so weird. Anyways, we activated a... We found out we can activate a stage list by going here, which tells us how many treasure worlds we have yet to do. And I found out there was one that says, oh, you need to search the world map for certain places. So I searched again and managed to find it. It was hidden all this time in this hidden area, which is pretty secret. It requires our Meta Knight sword for once. Yes, we get to use my favorite power-up in the game. The sword has range, so we might be able to use it. Now, if we could actually not get hit like an idiot, we could use it to take out enemies. That in mind, I could actually take out 2 of them at once. Yeah, these enemies are pretty... Oh, okay, that is at least the full combo. I'm just gonna keep on resetting until I at least don't take damage from some of those weaker enemies, because Knight Sword's big perk ability, it requires you to be at full health, just like Link's Master Sword. I think I've mentioned this a couple of times from the Legend of Zelda series. We didn't really get to see it activated because, well, it was actually removed quite a bit earlier than before. Fun fact, though, it was also in the original game and also fired at full health, but you didn't need the Master Sword to originally use it. Okay, the fact that they jump up in the air makes it really difficult to properly time my slashes to actually hit them. Okay, so I think I'm intended to use the aerial slash there, not physical slash, which I keep using. I'm intentionally resetting this because I want the actual playthrough to... It's partially that I also want to try and beat the target time in the first try, even though it's not required for 100% probably. Okay, this one I have to start using this. Now we get our own sword characters. Okay, this one we have to start using our massive longer sign to take out multiple of them simultaneously. This one we just take him out, right? Oh wait, I forgot. This is a boss. When you get a boss, oh. You're supposed to use the charge attack on him, and because I stood still, you know what, I'm just gonna retry it. I could do way better than that. There's no reason to use the charge attack early on, because it's not worth it in the early stage, but it's really fine. People are probably frustratedly wondering why I'm resetting so many times that I could have been done by long time before. It's just, well, I don't like taking damage in a lot of these levels, especially when you get a fun power-up like this that you can use other stuff. So whenever I damage super early like that, I just want to reset. It's my natural instinct from just wanting to make sure it's perfect. Okay, I'm behind. Gosh, how many of them are there? I was about to say, I forgot how many there are. And yes, you need this. You pretty much need the certain strategies to optimize kills. Okay, this up slash gives me more vertical range, which makes taking him out a bit safer. Okay, I did not get the skip on that. But I got the double kill on that, which helps out a lot. This one, we're just gonna hammer them as they try and come at me. Okay, this is the one we charge. Wow, you can get stopped super early. I did not even know that. Okay, see, look. That time, because I played better, I was able to tech it better. Even though it wasn't needed, I just decided to do that. And I don't care about damage when I get to the boss, which is why I took damage there. I just wanted to have my beams so I could more optimally do the other fights. And, yeah. If I had just charged up sooner, it would have been done so much quicker and easier. Alright, well, that's part of the world done. Get a witch. Hey, we finally jumped up percentage. We got stuck on 70% for what seems to be forever. Oh boy, taking a detour to find a max of tail. Now this is even more annoying than annoying. This is where you just wonder, what in the world are they thinking with hiding this? I forgot to do the rot per strat for this. Now I have to take out Wild Edge with Space Manager and nothing but spam shots. We can still make it work. Especially if that also slows them down. Okay, well, this is not bad for certain fights. I prefer this ability over it, at least in these later levels. I just realized, because of the hidden secret, the game doesn't necessarily tell you where to take the detour, nor where to take the other side area either. Last time I got a third anything like that, I initially thought the game had certain theory crafted into it, which is basically my hidden theory stating for a lot of games, games share this. When they have collectibles in a certain order, they intend you to get them in a certain order. That one, they kind of messed up for certain. One of the levels, though, they messed up and put the third action a bit earlier than what should have happened. By the way, I'm not even caring about no damage anymore. In fact, I probably will end up doing other stuff. So why not just play through Arena Show on purpose? Just make sure I at least do decently. And because of that, I saw an attack that I never usually see. Which is why I immediately got hit, because it threw off my guard, because I'm not used to seeing it. That's a long animation attack. See, again, I'm so used to killing them, or before that even animation even pops. I feel like I have an idea where the exit tail might be, but that whole plan with the extra setup is suddenly throwing my plan of how exactly do I do this battle properly out of the window now. Because of that theory being broken the last time I did stuff, well, maximum tomato at that point can be protect pretty much anywhere. The game doesn't have a limit for where it can be. There's just a random side alley hidden that we have to find. We don't know where it'll be, or where its side effect will be. So we have to pretty much search every single individual corner just to find it. Which probably will mean at some point I'll have to do a full 100% look at it again. Which is again why I'm not cutting it out at first, because I need to first remember where it is. This is not one of those levels where it super trolls you for every single level. This power up on its own is terrible. So terrible. I'm actually just going to normal him down. I want to show you how powerful normal power up can be. It is kind of limited at first, so there might be like a mixing strategy where you could use the power-ups of that to still deal some damage while you're waiting for his attacks to come out. But then periodically also drop your power-up so that when he gives you stars, you can use them to immediately do damage. So I just realized I could just spit those back out too. I'm not fond of playing Kirby, usually the way the game was originally, quote-unquote, originally intended to be played, but when I can get access to it, it's still fine. Oh, I see where the back alley is. I don't know, wait, how did I miss it then? Because I saw that I just saw right there. That is where the back alley is. That is clearly where I need to go, but yet I went back there and nothing happened. I guess I had to go further in. Apparently, it was right in front of my eyes. Right, I was searching everywhere at one point for this. Gosh. Sorry, by the way, I still have a sickness from something else, so you might see that a little bit. I honestly don't care about damage anymore. I'm more concerned with actually getting a charge attack off, maybe. Also, when he chases you, I'll just straight up eat you if you even let him get close. That makes hammer almost impossible to use. Oh yeah, see, look. When he gets that, you have to run away. Otherwise, I'll just eat you. I did not know that that's what he did, though. That is actually kind of trolly in a way. I honestly don't care about what happens, as long as I find my maximum tomato here. Oh yeah, that's right, that was just the first detour. Ow, I remember. That was just the first of many detours. I know you could even extinguish those torches. Yeah. Well, hang on. I already explored most of this then. I guess I will have to look at this. So, I'll be right back. Again, where, and I figure out what to do. Well, remember that awkward setup that I thought was a bit weird? Well, it turns out the game hid an even more annoying secret. Yeah, the actual hidden secret, it was actually at the very beginning of the level. Classic. Last place you look. Last place you look, of course, and there it is. Find the hidden item, and you're good. Now we wait as I go cry myself to sleep, or rather, just completely blow for all these bosses because I'm annoyed at them. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye. And once again, we're back at the end of the level. I did change to the hammer midway through because it's still the best weapon for killing bosses very quickly. Actually, you don't get it immediately. You get it later at the end of the game. So, it's a bit late, but it is what it is. It'll be very useful for doing quick battles, but that's not what we're here for. Right now, we have to do a no damage run against King Ddd, and you know what? I'm gonna try and do that first and hope that works. The next one is a bit more unconventional, requiring us to play in normal mode of all things, and swallow his hammer during the fight, which we'll have to find out later. So I'm gonna do the easy mode, which is clear it within a set time or do time or otherwise. I don't know exactly which one is best damage, but I just know the dash is at least decent. So as long as I don't dash myself into him, we'll be fine. Just like all the other boss battles, we'll show the full clip, of course. I didn't even know he had minions at the beginning. Well, that makes King Ddd a bit annoying. You have to pay a bit more attention to what he does, too. Wait, did I not get hit by that? Yeah, it's random what he does. Okay, well, somehow I didn't actually get hit the first time, and then I did it later. Later. That's super weird. You get Dragon Fire at the beginning of this power-up, so even if he takes it out with the attack he does deal damage to me with, it won't really matter too much at first. And I initially thought this was the fastest power-up because, well, it has some really good short burst movement, but the Tornado is useful in its own way, but only in regular distance. This one's useful for both bosses and regular combat. This one, for Tornado, is only really useful in the normal levels. So you kind of just want to switch between it and other power-ups. And I'm guessing since these Indians are here as well, you have to... Now, King Ddd, as you can see, is pretty erratic, so we have to actually pay attention to what he does. This doesn't seem to be random, but as he gets later into the phase, he will start doing more random stuff. My idea is to have that fire spit on him at almost all times. Okay, I did not need to hover early. That was my own fault. Okay, that was really my own fault. I thought that was gonna be a bit different. Because I had not initially tried to go for no damage, I never knew that that is delayed, so... Tell you what, I should not be an idiot and spam hover all the time, and instead only do it when needed, and then cancel it as soon as possible. That dash attack setup, I could see you potentially crouch guarding against that. Oh. Oh, if you press A instead of that, the crouch guard will do that, but... Alright, so that's the crouch guard. And what we were apparently expected to use to defeat King Deity. And see, it always does this attack at the end. We can get some free damage on it before he even does anything else. Say maybe his burn damage will completely... Oh! I just realized when you damage him down, his hammer falls off for just a split second, and that's when you're supposed to swallow it. Now I get it. You could also potentially drop your power up and swallow it mid-fight. Now we get to do basically a bit of a dance here. dance around his stuff as they do. Then, because of the law and rage, I'm gonna have to only partially attack him. Well, there's our jump route. The law and rage of it makes it kind of annoying to deal with. But with the help of fire and some burst, we got it done much as quickly as we could have got it done with that setup. Of course, there are more aggressive strategies I could do, but it changes when you have to also see it without even taking a single hit point of damage. Because of the lag delay, it doesn't actually tell us if we took no damage or not, but so I didn't see us lose any else, so yeah, we're fine. And he doesn't do his normal animation because apparently he only does that the first time you beat him. Wait, so the intended way of beating this isn't too bad at first, but you have to clear it without a crouch guarding, which is not really the best. When it says about guarding, it's actually sort of a error in the writing. It's you can only crouch guard, so it's actually more specifically crouch guard. That part's easy enough, because you could just hover over anything anyways, but the tricky part is you can use any power-up, but you have to time it so that you attack him and you're very close to him when he dies, and then you have to immediately swallow the hammer within that, and still win the entire fight without taking any damage. My setup for this, though, is pretty straightforward, since you can drop power-ups in the middle of battle. That's actually what I'm gonna do for this part. Jump over his first attack. Yeah, you can use normal. I'm gonna just wait to be extra safe. Alright, now I'm gonna drop this. Try and finish him off with that. And swallow this before anything else happens, and sure enough, there we go. And now we get his own hammer, which apparently also gave us the hammer power-up on accident. Okay, oh, that's cool. And now we just destroy the fight, and that's what happens, right? We didn't get really close to enough time to do stuff. Actually, I hit my attack for once. Usually I avoid it almost easily. But anyways, a quick fast hammer will finish him off rather quickly. The only reason I don't use it on every boss is because you have to get close to them, and so you can take damage easily. The flame power is just way better in that case. Because you can damage him safely for the distance and then have him take dot damage over time. The window for that, though, is kind of tight, though, so you have to basically wait for him to do an attack like that attack you saw there, where he made himself vulnerable. Or otherwise, it usually intentionally take damage and then use the buffer as a way to quickly knock his attack off. Or do what I just did, just knock it off by dropping your power per second using normal to finish off the rest of that. And there we go. Now we are on to the 5th world after fully collecting other stuff. We also almost already collected all the stuff in Go Wasteland due to having to do that one annoying battle against the boss. So we spent extra time making sure we 100%ed that. That is a secret and a half. Wow. I'm surprised I didn't find that sooner. Okay, good. We have the power up to do. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this kind of a troll the same way I did the last one. What? That was weird. It, like, destroyed me out of my, sock, but then I just immediately lost my water, which is strange. Probably because I tried to attack it too soon. Yeah, that's okay. Well, that wasted a bit. Okay, this is a bit annoying. There was a puzzle there partway through. And just when we thought we were done, we were only getting started. I don't even know how long they took. Really care, as long as we finish this in time, we're still okay, which we did. Probably not the entire time. It can't be that close. Okay, well, it's in the 32nd range, but also wasn't off by as much as I thought. Okay. Another tight level. Let's make sure we haven't missed anything. Alright, well, that takes care of all that. Okay, then. Remember those upgrades we kind of just skipped over completely? Yeah, I think we're gonna go and get them now. Because I saved them for a long time, now I'm going to go back and get them. Alright. I don't think we'll need this for the next... Oh, we already powered up one. Right, we powered up sleep into deep sleep. But we needed regular sleep for something else. Speaking of which, we get an even more upgraded version of the trail, which I'll keep because we need for levels anyways. Oh, now it looks even differenter. Storm Trail. Okay, this looks really cool actually. What the heck? It actually is a really cool looking power-up. I can't wait to use it to speedrun the levels. If I was actually doing a more like a damageless run, this is probably should have been used as one of my more favorite power-ups because the aerial maneuvers allow me to completely destroy stuff. Alright, so that's a big nest. Alright, I remember this. This is a nasty secret. Defeating Florina using nothing but green mouth. Yeah, anyways. As you can see, this dash power-up is one of the only power-ups that both gives you protection against enemies and allows you to reasonably just destroy through every single part of a level while still being incredibly quiet. The only small downside to it is you can be knocked out of it, particularly since you have a vulnerable part of the animation where you'll be vulnerable for quite a bit. And if you stay there for too long, that's when it gets bad. It's also not the best at taking care of enemies in general. I forgot exactly how to get the remount, so to tell you what, I'm probably gonna have to use this. Also, this tornado in general is just very useful anyways for skipping over some parts that would otherwise make this a lot trickier to do. still given a chance to hover afterwards, so it's not like you'll always immediately fall down. You can hover or even potentially crouch guard. Oh, and that apparently interrupts it though. Alright, okay. We pretty much have to just keep this power up, I guess. When I saw this the first time, by the way, it kind of blew my mind that you can even defeat a boss using the Rainmouth power-up. Usually there's setups put into place to make sure they didn't happen. But this time, they actually intentionally left it in, and they even made it a challenge goal of all things. Well, that kind of changes everything. I don't really care for other stuff. I actually should care more about just heading to the end. I will say, though, it's a bit tedious at first. Because at first, it feels like you shouldn't even be able to take it to any at all, but there must be a way to do it. That I'm missing. Forget where she is, though, in this level. Okay, this really tells me we can't use it for the entire level, unfortunately. Oh, it is right here. Okay, well, now I have to leave the stage. Okay, there's a secret. There's gotta be a secret that I don't know about that puts me up here despite having Rainmouth. Like I said, the game usually puts stuff in the way that prevents you from ever defeating a boss with a specific power-up, but if you have to defeat a boss like that using a mouthful ability, then that just really confuses me into figuring out what am I supposed to do. Oh, wait a minute. Oi. Oi, okay, there's a secret area I didn't notice about. You jump up and just barely make it there. How are you supposed to know that even exists? Also, there's a lot more skips in this level than I initially thought. The shards usually force a linear path, but, well, they're only there for a Waddle Dee, so you could just go up. Oh yeah, okay, I see now. This is how you actually get into it. Of course, once you actually get it, classic, it seems this does more damage than it was intended, so it's a way to basically just completely cheese the fight. I already have Storm Tail, so I don't need to get it in. I'll just use this to get right towards the area we need. And in case you didn't already notice, yeah, this is basically where I've already done all the stuff I need to, so I'll see you guys later at the end of the level again. And we are now at the end of the level, just like we always did. And although we don't see our friend most of the time, our main friend does appear at the end of each level once again. You rescued her. Does that change the fourth fight up any? Maybe if I had waited a bit to do the fourth battle, like redo the fourth battle until later, maybe I could have seen if having changed anything. I don't think it would. Kirby already goes solo. Alright, so this one I was actually a bit closer than I thought, and also now you can see how even faster we can go with this power-up. As long as we have this activated, we can't even take any regular damage. We go across most barriers in the game almost immediately too. So, is very good for going fast, as you can already tell. Oh, it can even destroy those. Wow. Now, the poison doesn't necessarily always do a lot of damage, but it has an effect where it instantly takes out, which is kind of annoying. Oh. Wow, I couldn't even... There's a literal wall that I didn't even see there, that once I hit it on the trail thing, it just forced me down. There's nothing I could have done there. That's not really a secret, though. Okay, I clearly missed this. Because this is an hour secret, I might want to just play most of the level normally. I just realized I forgot the secret pool altogether. I should have just searched up the first level a bit more. The first part of that. Hey, this is how you go. It's also why this our enemy infinitely respawns, because you need him for the special power-up. But anyways, you open this up. Yeah, you'll eventually just fall asleep. So yeah, that's really all you do, is you just actually sell the enemy this time, unlike what I did last time. Activate the power-up, and then you do that, because this is the first time you actually would, like, oh, something's wrong, maybe I should eat this enemy, and that's when you find out you can even do that in the first place. Anyways, I'll be right back in a minute. Once again, back at, we have finished the level. Sorry if this is getting a bit tedious, by the way, but yeah, it is one of those times where you have to just do nothing but have this over and over again. Hope for the best. Alright. Caught up on that level. Time to move on to the next one. Like, every level except the boss level is 100% right now. Odd Bunkers or Cutter is pretty straightforward for the most part. Shouldn't really be that bad at all. But we first have to find Boomerang Cutter. Oh wait, not even that. It has to be regular Cutter. Special. I need to figure out which one of these is regular Cutter, because if I haven't set it to that, then it won't work. But we can still do the switch trick. What I mean by switch trick is just intentionally use Tornado for the first half of the stage. When we see the enemy, we saw it, get that shot, and then try to switch back to Tornado as soon as possible to get through the stage again. And yeah, that's right, we still have to find that, Earl. That, Boy Lion. Okay, so it probably mentions that it has to be the regular Cutter ability. So you have to set it there. But obviously you don't want to use it all the time. like how setting it automatically allows you to just instantly get any power-up. Alright. Anyways, that's done with. Yeah, it would be silly if the final bosses actually have mechanics for taking out challenges you had to complete. There's one game that did have that, though, and that game was rather rough to beat. I will say that. I have managed to do it, it's just not fun. First. Alright. Alright, we need to find the actual cutter ability. Wherever it might be. As well as we'll kind of briefly, quickly run for this to make just to make sure we know where our stuff is. We can't even go anywhere without the mouthfuls. Yeah, remember that sub saying, oh, you can beat the game without using mouthfuls? Well, that's a lie. You have to use them. Such a delay, it almost felt like they were gonna hit me. That is not cutter. And yes, the game mentions it has to be a specific epic ability. Oh, you can actually jump across there. That was me just being an idiot there, don't mind me. If there is no hidden cutter somewhere, then I'll have to get elsewhere. Wait, this part doesn't require it? That's odd. Dude, I was so used to that problem getting in the way. I absolutely assumed that. Okay, that time I was able to hover out it. I don't know what happened the last time that caused this to happen. Oh. No problem. Just gonna completely dodge out of me and get through. Oh, I skipped too many feints. Okay, well that confirms this is actually an optional battle and not a regular battle, which means now I have to go back and look for all the hidden stuff I missed. Okay, game. I guess I will change to the hammer. Whatever you want, he wants, but I will say it's a bit annoying having to change to it midway through a level. So Wild Bikers was only in one of the secret rooms, and you had to defeat him using the cutter ability as well, which I didn't necessarily see anywhere at first. Okay, there we go. I'll mark that as a mouthful. Alright. Well, that's nowhere near what I needed. Ah! Such an idiot. Could I not fall off like an idiot and actually do this level? Thank you. Okay, that I could understand because of not being in the level for a while, so I completely forgot they even appeared there. Convenient heal. Seems every time I get close to the health because I'm taking so much damage, the game just feels sorry for me and immediately gives all my HP right back anyway. Okay, this is way too far ahead. Well, that's causing me to waken up, and now all of a sudden I have to scour for the entire stage. On second part, we are not gonna show all of that. I'll just see you when I get to Wild Bonkers with the actual cutter ability. Oh, guys. I'm actually kind of an idiot, and see, the Wild Bonkers was actually hidden in a secret room this entire time, and I didn't think to check there for some reason. So, of course, I'm gonna go in here, and sure enough, here it is. Fortunately, the game doesn't give us an opportunity to do other stuff. Using normal power will kind of invalidate this particular illusion. So, we have to show defeat him with not just any power-up, but the regular cutter of all things. Which is kind of tricky to use properly, as its regular basic attack does almost no damage. The charge is very good. Essentially require a lot of setup, require you to essentially position yourself between the boss and yourself. Once you actually get the setup, it's not that hard to hit him with it. It's just annoying at first, because, well, it's hard to test properly. But as you can see, the cutter ability can be very useful if you do it right. Okay, I don't even need the rest of these anymore. And just like before, I'll see you guys at the end of the level. Bye. And once again, we're at the end of the level. Since we already saw most of these levels, that's partially why I'm skipping to the end. If I had done this from the very beginning, things would be a bit more different, and I would just immediately get what I was missing off screen. But we could do that, but it would take a bit longer to get through each level, and we might stay on each level for a bit longer. Alright, one more level for at least this one, and then we'll probably wrap it up. We'll focus on the last level. And then we'll finally get to start the secret world. Hell, maybe next video. Oh great, this one is the remove free wanted posters, Rick. You know what, I'll just do the entire level from start to finish. And I'll do probably the way I was supposed to do it back in casual playthrough, which this is, by the way, if anybody is wondering. It's also a blind playthrough, meaning I have not. Those of you who don't know what that means, again, that means this is essentially my first time playthroughing it, and I did not do any initial research before beginning this. I didn't want to cheat to find all the wallabies right away because I wanted to wait not only for some information to come up, but for me to try and get as many as I can. Okay, we have to pay really close attention to this level, so I might go a bit slower than usual. Remember that part where I said I wouldn't eliminate to try and avoid the girdles? Well, now since it doesn't matter, I might intentionally eliminate a lot, because I want to see where anything might be. Have to, of course, space it out a little bit. Wow, that's not. Oh yeah, that's right. I Completely forgot. This isn't just a spiked girdle one. There's regular girl too. Dang it, I completely forgot about that. Wonder I got it there. I didn't know. Oh, there was a girdle there because I was so focused on just trying to do other stuff. Unfortunately, even if you had the trail power-up, I'm not sure if you could ever really hover through there. And just like all the other level parts, the game probably has a hover cap on that part. I've seen hover caps used multiple times, which essentially limits how high you can even hover. I knew it. There was one that I missed here. This little sneaker. Didn't even need to do that. I'll just inhale air and spit my air out at it. I forgot that's how another way you can take it out with any power-up. Even if your power-up doesn't have a physical attack, you could just inflate yourself and do that. Maybe I'll do that from now on. Alright. Well, that dig power-up didn't really seem to do me any favors here. So I'm changing the flame for now. Okay, that was an idiot move by me, just staying in the range for way longer than I should have been. And it's good to note that since he's not a weak enemy, he obviously can take my power up. Oh, here's the last one. That's not actually that bad. Again, we just bit out our fire on that to get through. Again, this is good for short burst distances like that right there. But it doesn't have quite the same vulnerability as the other power-ups. Also, I got the 300 posters, right? I think I should just skip to the end of the level. Okay, a bit late, but yeah, as you can see, we got to the end of the level and saved all the royalties here now as well. It's basically what we've been doing this entire playthrough, though, but anyway. Oh, only 3 levels left, and I guess technically in the presence of the king is a completely separate level altogether. Which makes sense. But it initially led straight into lab, you know what. So what? You could potentially skip out of lab entirely and do other stuff. I assume when you defeat King Deity, you don't immediately go into lab Eterna right off the bat this time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you like it, enjoyed, try to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we continue getting the mist baldies. Until then, bye.